as a regulated law firm, we have to report on our diversity makeup to the Solicitors Regulation Authority. And so, although we use data regularly to understand the makeup of the firm, it really comes to our attention that we have some underrepresented group. And so, in order to increase representation, we use data analysis on retention, promotion rates, and both from a research perspective outside of our law firm, but also through engagement surveys and anecdotal feedback, we got to realize and understand that people don't really know what it takes to be promoted. And so in order to be able to increase representation in the most senior levels of the organization, it's critical that we support people to understand, well, what is the career path for them and how to get there. First and foremost is internally being very clear on what good looks like, because having conversation with senior leadership, team leaders, the HR functions, we also came to realize, like, oh, actually, are we ourselves clear on what we are expecting from our people, what we are expecting in terms of accomplishments, but also behaviors and that type of things. So it's, as an organization, being very clear yourself. And then when you have those clear attributes, deliverables, it's about sharing that with your people. So communicating those with your talent, having also conversations around the talent pipeline and succession planning, and also career conversations with your people. So once you're clear on what it looks like, you communicate to your people, and you also have conversations with them to understand what their ambitions, career goals are. Yes, so as you said, it's early days. So to see a change in terms of demographic and levels of representations, it's a bit soon. What we see though is different conversations are happening between leaders, with the HR business partners, when they are talking about their talent pipeline. There's very different conversations, and there's also a healthy challenge. So managing each other and managers when they're saying, oh, she's not ready, or yes, let's push forward and wait, or I don't think he's got what it takes. Well, tell me more. Remember, that's the checklist, that's the criteria. So what's missing, and what should we be putting in place around that specific individual to support them, so actually they tick all those boxes and we can promote them. I mean, like everything else in that space, it's senior buy-in. If you don't have your senior leaders who understand the need for it, the challenge and the need for it, then you're not going to get the support and the power behind what you're trying to achieve. So it's their buy-in, that's their support, because you're looking at changing processes possibly and practices, but also it's a cultural shift. So if you don't have senior buy-in, you're not going to go very far.